Hello mga kawawmat! In this video lesson, we will discuss about equation of quadratic function given graphs and zeros. Our objective is to determine the equation of a quadratic function given a graph or zeros of the function. Please remember, if the graphs representing quadratic function y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c is given, the equation representing the graph can be determined given any of the following conditions. So, tandaan, if 3 points on the parabola, not x-intercept nor vertex. Another, if given that x-intercept and a point on the parabola if coordinates of vertex are not integral. And C, a vertex and a point of the parabola. So, in these three conditions, we can find the quadratic function given the graphs, and to find this quadratic function given the zeros x sub 1 and x sub 2 of the function are the roots of the equivalent quadratic equation, that is y is equal to x minus x sub 1 times x minus x sub 2, or 0 is equal to x minus x sub 1 times x minus x sub 2. Determine the quadratic function. So let's have now an example. Determine the quadratic function y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c is represented by the given graphs. Okay, so as you observe, so ano ba yung mas convenient na gagamitin nating points? So kanina may binigay na tatlong condition. So sabi sa tatlong condition, makukuha natin ang quadratic function natin kapag given yung graph using 3 points on the parabola, using the x-intercept and a point on the parabola, or using a vertex and a point of the parabola. So, sa example na to class, mas madali or convenient na gamitin natin yung point ng vertex. And then, kuha na lang tayo ng isang point or any one point from the parabola. So, kahit anong point dyan. So, syempre, yung kukunin nyo dyan, yung madali ma-identify. Like, for example, itong point na to class. So, pwede itong point na to, or pwede ito kasi mas madali siya ma-identify kung anong point yan. And then ito at saka ito. Kasi kapag itong point dito, ang hirap, no? Ang hirap natin kung anong exact point, anong exact value nito. So, mas maganda ang kunin yung point. So, yung mga mas madaling kunin. Okay? So, again, sa graph na to, mas convenient gamitin yung vertex, yung point ng vertex, at kuha tayo ng 1 point from the parabola. So, kahit alin dyan. So, we can use the vertex, the point of the vertex, and that is negative 2 and positive 2. So, negative 2 and positive 2. And where negative 2 is our h, and 2 is our k. So, ito ay gamit yung vertex form natin sa quadratic function. And then, kuha tayo ng isang point daw para makuha na ma-determine natin yung quadratic function sa graph na to. So, yung y-intercept na to, kapag sinabi natin y-intercept, syempre yung point, no, na nasa y-axis natin, kung saan dumaan yung graph. So, ito yon. Okay? So, kahit hindi yung y-intercept, pwede nyo naman gamitin yung ibang point, basta ibang point sa parabola. So, since dito, mas convenient din na gamitin yung y-intercept. So, that is 0 and 6. So, yung 0 dyan, that is x value, and 6 is the y value. So, paano ba natin makukuha yung quadratic function given yung graph? Since nakakuha na tayo ng dalawang points, kasi sabi sa tatlong condition kanina, makukuha natin yung quadratic function kapag using the vertex and 1 point of the parabola. So, ito na yon. So, gagamitin natin ngayon yung vertex form ng quadratic function, that is y is equal to a times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k. So, ang gagawin lang natin, isa-substitute lang natin yung value ng h and k. So, that is a times x plus 2, y nag-plus na, positive na to, because yung h natin is negative 2, so negative times negative 2 is positive 2, kaya naging plus 2. And then squared plus yung k natin, that is 2. Okay, so ito na ba yung quadratic function natin? Hindi pa. Kailangan natin ma-identify kung ano yung value ng a natin, kasi hindi lagi yung value ng a natin is 1. So possible na minsan 2, 3 and 4. So yun muna ang gawin natin. We need to solve the value of a. So to solve for a, gagamitin natin yung another point na sa given natin, which is yung y-intercept, that is 0 and 6. So, paano natin gagamitin to? So, using the vertex form, kung saan sinubstitute na natin yung h and k natin, so, gamit yan, isa-substitute natin yung value ng x, that is 0, and yung value ng y, that is 6, dito sa function na to. So, papalitan natin ang y ng 6, and then papalitan natin yung x ng 0. So, y, that is 6 is equal to a times 0 plus 2 squared plus 2. And then simplify, 0 plus 2, that is 2 squared plus 2. And 2 squared is 4. And 4 times a, that is 4a plus 2. Okay, dito pwede natin gumamit ng APE. So, you can subtract both side of the equation by negative 2, or you can use our shortcut na ginagamit. So, yung shortcut na ginagamit natin, kung saan nilipat natin si 2 or ililipat natin sa left side. So, that is 6 minus 2 is equal to 4a. So, kahit aling method doon. Pero, mas mabilis kapag ginamitan niya natin ng shortcut. So, lipat na agad yung 2 dun sa left side para makuha natin yung value ng a. So, that is 4. 6 minus 2, that is 4, is equal to 4a. To solve for a, divide both side by 4. So, this is 4 divide 4, that is 1. So, makakancel yung 4. So, therefore, a is equal to 1. So, balik tayo dito. So, that is y is equal to 1 times x plus 2 squared plus 2. So, ibig sabihin, yung value ng a natin is 1. So, sa equation naman natin, kapag yung a natin is 1, hindi na natin nilalagay. So, pwedeng tanggalin nyo na yan. Pero, kailangan pa natin to expand para makuha natin yung quadratic function. Kasi naka-vertex form pa tayo. So, expand natin to, that is x plus 2 times x plus 2. Or you can use the FOIL method. So, x plus 2 times x plus 2, that is x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus 2. And then combine similar terms. So that is y is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 6. So ito na ngayon ang quadratic function natin. So ito yung quadratic function ng graph na to. Okay, next. Okay, so sa graph na to, hindi convenient na gamitin yung vertex kasi ang hirap i-identify kung anong point yung vertex natin dito. So, ano kaya ang convenient na gamitin? Gamit yung 3 condition kanina. Yes, pwede natin gamitin yung x-intercepts natin. So, ano yung mga x-intercepts natin? So, ang x-intercepts naman, yung mga point na nakalay on the x-axis, kung saan dumaan yung graph. So, ano yung mga point na yon? So, ito, since ito yung x-axis natin, so ano yung point na yon? So, ito, that is negative 1, 0. So, dapat mauna yung negative 1, 0. Kung nalilito kayo kung paano kunin yung point, balikan yung discussion nyo sa grade 8 lesson, which is the Cartesian plane. So, negative 1, 0 kasi yung x natin is negative 1 and then yung y natin is 0. Dapat mauna lagi sa ordered pair natin yung x value natin. And then yung isa pang x-intercept is yung 2, 0. Okay. So, gamit yung x-intercept, pwede natin kunin yung natin, quadratic function sa graph na to. Pero, kailangan pa natin dito ng isa pang point from the parabola. So, kahit aling point dyan, pwede natin gamitin. So, dito naman, ang mas convenient na gamitin nyo na ay yung y-intercept. Okay, by the way, yung negative 1, i-label nyo ng x sub 1 and yung 2 as x sub 2. Again, so, after natin kunin yung x-intercept, yung point ng x-intercept, kuha pa tayo ng isang point, no, from the uh, graph, no? So, alin kaya dyan? So, convenient rin na gamitin yung yung y-intercept dyan. So, ano yung y-intercept natin? Of course, tingin tayo dito sa y-axis natin. So, ano yung point kung saan dumaan yung graph? Ito. So, that is 0 and negative 2. Okay, where your 0 is our x and negative 2 is our y. So, paano natin kunin yung quadratic function? Kapag ang ginamit nating point is yung x-intercept and 1 point from the parabola. So, sundan lang natin ito. So, kapag ang ginamit natin is yung x-intercept and 1 point of the parabola, so ito yung gagamitin natin, class. So, yan, tatandaan nyo. Ito yung gagamitin natin. Hindi kagaya kanina using the vertex form. Okay? So, y is equal to a times the quantity of x minus x sub 1 times x minus x sub 2. So, after nito, isa-substitute lang natin yung x sub 1 saka x sub 2 natin. And that is a times x plus 1. So, bakit naging positive? Because yung x sub 1 natin is negative. So, negative minus negative 1, that is positive 1. Times x minus 2. So, hindi pa natin ma-solve yung quadratic function natin kasi kailangan natin kunin ulit yung value ng a natin. To solve the value of a, so substitute lang natin yung pangatlong point natin. Okay, ano ba yung pangatlong point natin? Yung y-intercept natin, which is 0 and negative 2. So, papalitan natin yung y ng negative 2 and yung x natin ng 0. So, papalitan, that is negative 2 is equal to a times 0 plus 1 times 0 minus 2. And then simplify, 0 plus 1, that is 1, 0 minus 2, that is negative 2. And then multiply 1 times negative 2, that is negative 2, times a, that is negative 2a. So, how to solve a? Divide both sides by negative 2. So, a is equal to positive 1. So, ibig sabihin, the value of a here is 1. So, balikan natin. Or pwede nang di nyo na ilagay yung 1. So, after that, you can multiply x plus 1 times x minus 2. You can use FOIL method. So, that is x times x, that is x squared. X times negative 2, that is negative 2x. 1 times x, that is x. And 1 times negative 2, that is negative 2. Then combine similar terms. So, y is equal to x squared minus 2 minus x minus 2. So, ito ngayon ang quadratic function sa graph na to. Next, paano natin kukunin yung quadratic function given the zeros? For example, we have 2 and negative 3. So, 2 is our x sub 1 and negative 3 is our x sub 2. So, ganun lagi. Ililabel lang nyo lagi yung una as x sub 1 at yung pangalawa as x sub 2. Then, using this, okay, gamit ito class, makukuha lang natin na agad yung quadratic function. So, x minus x sub 1 times x minus x sub 2. So, papalitan ng x sub 1 ng substitute natin yung 2. So, that is x minus 2. Si x sub 2, substitute yung negative 3. So, negative times negative 3 kaya naging positive. And then, multiply using the FOIL method. X times x, that is x squared. X times 3, that is positive 3x. Negative 2 times x, that is negative 2x, and negative 2 times 3, that is negative 6. Combine similar terms, so copy x squared, 3x minus 2x, that is positive x, and copy negative 6. So, therefore, the quadratic function is y is equal to x squared plus x minus 6. Another, we have 5 and negative 1/3. So, may fraction tayong given. So, same process class. 5 is our x sub 1 and negative 1/3 is x sub 2. Then substitute x minus 5 times x plus 1/3. By the way class, so ito class ay pwede natin express as 3x plus 1. Bakit? Papakita ko lang that 3x plus 1 is equal to, so kapag kinuha natin yung value ng x dito, that is so, transpose yung 1. So, that is negative 1. Divide both side by 3. So, x is equal to negative 1/3. So, pareho sila. So, therefore, we can write x plus 1/3 as 3x plus 1. So, or, kapag nakakita kayo ng fraction, kapag fraction yung given class, ganito lang yung gawin nyo. 3 times x plus 1. So, sa susunod na kapag nag-solve kayo na may fraction, ganun lang yung gawin nyo, class. Para hindi kayo mahirapan mag-multiply. So again, using FOIL method, multiply x times 3x, that is 3x squared, x times 1, that is positive x, negative 5 times 3x, that is negative 15x, negative 5 times 1, that is negative 5. Combine similar terms, so that is copy 3x squared, x minus 15x, that is negative 14x, and copy negative 5. So, our quadratic function, in the given zeros 5 and negative 1, negative 1/3 is y is equal to 3x squared minus 14x minus 5. Next, okay, we have given two fractions, so negative 3/4 and 4 over 3. So negative 3/4 is x sub 1 and 4 over 3 is x sub 2. So, substitute lang din. So, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, kapag may fraction tayo, ang gagawin lang, multiply nyo lang to. We can write as 4x plus 3 times 3x minus 4. Okay? And then using the FOIL method, 4x times 3x, that is 12x squared. 4x times negative 4, that is negative 16x. 3 times 3x, that is 9x. And 3 times negative 4, that is negative 12. And then, after that, combine similar terms. So, copy 12x squared. Negative 16x plus 9x, that is negative 7x. Copy minus 12. So, the quadratic function is y is equal to 12x squared minus 7x minus 12. And last example, we have 1 plus minus square root of 2. Okay, medyo challenging na to, no? So, paghiwalayin lang natin muna, 1 plus square root of 2 and 1 minus square root of 2. So, label natin, that's x sub 1 at ito naman ay x sub 2. So, kagaya ng ginawa natin sa example natin sa previous slide at sa slide na sa example din natin dito sa left side. So, substitute lang din natin x minus. So, bakit kailangan lagyan ng parenthesis? Kasi magbabago yung sign natin dito. Okay? So, don't forget na lagyan ng parenthesis. So, that is x minus 1 or x minus the quantity of 1 plus square root of 2 times x minus the quantity of 1 minus square root of 2. And after ngayon class, so magbabago nga yung sign. So that is negative 1 minus square root of 2 sa kabila, negative 1 plus square root of 2. So after sa step na to, kapag nandito na kayo sa step na to class, pagsamahin natin yung x minus 1. Again, kapag nandito na kayo sa step na to, pagsamahin natin yung x minus 1. So x minus 1 minus square root of 2, ganun din dito, pagsamahin natin yung x minus 1. And then you can apply now using the FOIL method. So, multiply lang natin. So, x minus 1 times x minus 1. So, lagay muna natin as x minus 1 squared. And then, x minus 1 times square root of 2. That is square root of 2 times x minus 1. And then, ito naman. Okay? Negative square root of 2 times x minus 1. And then, anong next? Negative times positive, that is negative square root of 2 squared. So, lagayin muna natin square root of 2 squared. And then, class, ito, makakancel na natin. Alright? So, makakancel na natin yan. Kasi, okay, magiging 0 na yan. So, ang matitira na lang is y is equal to x minus 1 squared minus the quantity of square root of 2 squared. And you can apply FOIL method here. X minus 1 squared is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1, and square root of 2 squared, that is equal to 2. Okay, paano nangyari to? Yung square root of 2, we can express as 2 raised to 1 half. And then, may exponent pa tayo na 2. 1 half times 2, that is 1. So, that is 2 raised to 1, kaya naging 2. Okay? And then, combine similar terms. So, x squared, negative 2x. Okay, copy x squared, copy negative 2x, 1 minus 2, that is negative 1. Therefore, yung quadratic function natin dito, y is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 1. Okay, it's your time. So, before we start the quiz time, make sure na meron kayong nakareding papel at ballpen. Okay, so pwede nyo i-post yung video, saka nyo i-play para ma-check nyo din at kung tama yung na-solve natin. Okay, for question number 1, what is the vertex of the graph? So, given the graph, what is the vertex? Letter A, 0 and negative 1. Letter C, 0 and negative 2. Letter B, negative 1 and 0. and letter D, that is negative 2 and 0. So what is the answer? Yes, the correct answer is letter B, negative 1 and 0. For question number 2, what are the zeros of the quadratic function y is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 4? Letter A, negative 1 and 3. B, negative 3 and 1. C, negative 1 and 4. Letter D, negative 4 and 1. Alright, so the answer is letter C, negative 1 and 4. So dyan, pwede kayo gumamit ng any method, okay? So, uh, marami kayong pwedeng gamitin dyan. Using factoring, quadratic formula, or completing the square. Next, what are the zeros of the quadratic function y is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 4? Okay, so using the graph, I think, so again, what is the quadratic function of the graph? Okay, letter A, y is equal to negative x squared minus 2x minus 1. B, y is equal to negative x squared minus 2x minus 2. Letter C, y is equal to negative x squared minus 2x plus 1. And letter D, y is equal to negative x squared minus 2x plus 2. Okay, so the answer is letter A, y is equal to negative x squared minus 2x minus 1. Question number 4, what is the range of the graph? Letter A, from negative 1 to positive infinity. Letter B, negative 1, 0. Letter C, negative infinity to negative 1. And letter D, negative infinity to negative 1. So, sa letter D, bracket yung negative 1. Sa letter C, naka-enclose ng parenthesis. Okay, so the answer is letter D. Why? Because letter D is part of the range. Okay, next. Find an equation of a quadratic function whose zeros are 5 and negative 4. Letter A, y is equal to x squared minus x minus 20. B, y is equal to negative x squared minus x minus 20. Letter C, y is equal to x squared plus x minus 20. And letter D, y is equal to x squared minus x plus 20. Okay, so the answer is letter A, y is equal to x squared minus x minus 20. Okay, I hope you get a perfect score. So, I would like to congratulate you in advance. So, you can share your score in our comment section of this video lesson. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button para updated kayo for more video tutorial. This is your guide in learning your math lesson, your Wow Math channel.